Alright guys, what's going on? We're Post, and we're back at it. I'm saying we like I'm a plural person. Got multiple personality disorder or something. Not really. But like I said, we're back at it. And like I said in the last video, this is going to be various Doom Omega, or Rain as his in-game name is. Last game I won with my Rosary Trick Room team. This game he's back with a different team. I'm back with a different team as well. And we're getting towards the end of the ORAS games that I have stocked up, but we still got this game and another game to go through. So he has Mega Heracross, and Mega Heracross takes a dump ski on this team. Alakazam takes a dump on his team too because I'm sub. So depending on what his mons are, like I think that has to be either like Scarf Latios or Scarf Heatran, so he has those. But if I can get a sub up and like time everything right, I can OHKO or 2KO everything on his team with Mega Alakazam. But like I said, he can OHKO or 2KO everything on my team with Mega Heracross. So I either have to try and bait him with my Heatran because I'm Choice Scarf Heatran, but on this particular team it doesn't really look like it. Or I don't know. Like Heracross is a problem. But we'll see how I do. So let's just go ahead and get right into the battle. Like I said, Rain's going to be challenging me with my boy Doom. And I think he's going to lead straight up with Zapdos. Never mind. Thought he was going to lead Heracross, but he leads Zapdos. I lead Alakazam because I'm predicting him to lead with that Heracross, so I don't want any part of that. I don't want any part of the Zapdos, however. This thing could T-Wave me, could just be really annoying. Tyranitar's usually pretty solid switch into Zapdos. Especially since this particular Tyranitar is a utility variant. What I didn't expect from him, however, was Volt Switch. I don't know why. Volt Switch is pretty standard on Zapdos. I think I've been playing too much old gens. So it's like when I see Zapdos, I think like T-Bolt, T-Wave, Toxic Rest, or some set like that. I know that sounds really weird, but that's standard out old gens. So because of the Volt Switch, he now gets his Heracross in for free, and it's kind of spooky. I go to Latios hoping to take a close combat. If he has Pin Missile, then I'm kind of fucked either way. But there's not really too much that I can do, because like I said, I go out to Skarmory, and he goes he goes for CC, then that's a 2-hit KO onto Skarmory. He goes for Rock Blast, however. Don't really know why, because CC does more to Skarmory after Stab. Because I think he said that I was predicting Skarmory, but it does more after Stab. But it doesn't matter because Rock Blast does more to Latios. And my Latios is kind of on its last legs here already by turn 2. And having a Latios that's healthy is usually pretty good. He has a Heatran. Unfortunately, this is not Surf Tran or Surf Latios. This is just the standard set that's bad, but you kind of have to run sometimes. I go for Draco and I miss. Unfortunate. I go to Keldeo expecting him to set up rocks or go for like Lava Plume or something, and he does indeed just set up those rocks. So that's making me think that maybe he's like Scarf Latios, or maybe he just doesn't have a Scarfer. I don't know. At the same time, yeah, he just might not have a Scarfer because his team with Heracross, Heatran, those types of things, he doesn't really struggle versus the fast shit. So yeah, maybe that's just what his plan is. I'm gonna double switch out to Tyranitar. I think I was predicting Latios, so I'm hoping to try and catch it. He sends out this, which is Zapdos, however, and oh wait, I didn't remove the OST. My B friends. Okay, it's gone now. I'm pretty sure at this point you guys already know what it is. This kind of bothered me a little bit, this play. Just because if I went for Specs Hydro Pump, then it's like your Zapdos would have got blown away. That does like 70 easy. But you know, it is what it is. And that's just the result that I gotta live with. So he has a Zoomerall here, and if he's Belly Drum, I lose. Just straight up. So I gotta sack T-Tar, go for the Stone Edge, and then hope that Keldeo can come in and deal with it later. He does just go for Waterfall, however. That does not rule out the possibility of him having Belly Drum. It just means that he decided to save it for a later time, since that damage could be dealt from either the Choice Bandit or the Belly Drum set. So, Skarmory, since he's not boosted up, is going to be a pretty solid switch. He has Zapdos, and Zapdos, because he has pressure, can potentially have Defog. But I'm already down 5-6, and he has a Latios still, which is a problem. And Tyranitar and Spidef Skarm are like my two ways of dealing with it. I go for spikes here kind of stupidly because Zapdos is really obvious. And I just basically set up spikes for nothing because now you can just defog them away. And I'm not playing too smart right here. That should have been the easiest whirlwind of my life. But instead, not only do I do that, I go for spikes and basically waste a turn because he just sets that shit up. I'm gonna go with the Heatran. I am Scarf-Tran, but I should hopefully be able to take a T-Bolt fine enough and then just fire off an Overheat. Try and deal some damage to the Zapdos, find out whether it's Fizdef or Spidef. Because it doesn't really matter either way, since I think Overheat as a 2-hit KO regardless. From this amount of health. From higher amount of health, it might be a different story. But this Zapdos is just gaining HP. I'm going to go for the Overheat, reveal that I am Scarf. I don't expect him to switch out to his own Heatran because if I go for like Earth Power or something on a prediction, then that'd be worse for him than if he just stayed in expecting like a Lava Plume. But I do show him that I am Choice Scarf and that I'm Overheat. And I get a ton of damage off on the Zapdos. Unfortunately, because my Tyranitar is dead and he just went for Defog, he is no longer dead to rocks. He goes to Latios here, which is a little strange. Considering that I have my own Heatran and only Choice Heatran runs Overheat, but I guess it doesn't matter either way. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter either way. So I'm gonna go out to Skarmory right here. I don't take this quite as well as I would like, but I take it okay. About as good as you can expect to take a Life Orb Surf from Latios. The Skarmory is Spidef. If he had HP Fire right here, that'd be good for him. And I'm going to go up to Heatran right here expecting the HP Fire because I figure that he's either going to go for Recover, switch out, or go for the HP Fire. He decides to do none of the above and go for a Surf, however, and I was pretty confused as to why he made that play, considering that I could have just stayed in and Life Orb stalled him, maybe set up more hazards. I don't know. He's going to have to explain that play to me. I think he did, but I just don't remember. Because that does not make sense to me. But it's okay, because I can go up to Alakazam right now, and my plan can get started. I can Mega Evolve, and I believe I go for the Substitute right here, and we can get things popping. I got a sub up, Alakazam is powerful, strong as shit. We're going to be moving and grooving. So I'm going to go Trace the Pressure, not really too big of a deal. I do get up my Substitute like I said. I really can only set up one sub, because unless I'm already behind a sub, then Azumarill can take me out. From below 55% with an Aqua Jet. So this sub is really only going to be the only sub that I can set up. I'm just going to have to play smart otherwise, or try and do as much damage as possible while this sub is up. My sub does remain up and he sacks his Zapdos, so after being down 6-4, we equalize it a little bit, bring it down to 5-4. I'm still behind, but Alakazam is pretty powerful. He goes into Heracross here, strangely enough. He told me that he thought he could live Psychic because his Heracross was max HP. But Alakazam is ridiculously strong. Like, what's this thing special attack? 175, I think? Stab Psychic? You kidding me, bro? Bro, this is Alakazam. My man got 10 spoons on deck. 10 of them. I don't actually know if he has that much. He has 5. Okay, it's a little bit less than 10. But I'm gonna go for the Focus Blast right here. Do a ton to this Heatran. I think he just roars me out, which is probably his best play. But I'm able to get that damage off with Focus Blast, so I equalize the score back to 4-4 and got some damage on this Heatran. I'd take that all day of the week. I wonder if having that Draco Meteor damage from earlier would have mattered as far as being able to take out the Heatran. Who knows? I doubt it though. So I'm gonna go for my own Surf. I actually do have Surf. I wonder why I switched out then earlier. Oh, I know why, because it suspects Latios. Wow, I'm stupid. So he goes out to Azumarill. I expected him to go for Protect because he was Utility Tran and then just switch out to something else later. And then I could try and predict around that, but he does just go straight to Azumarill. Surf still does a decent little chunk to him, and then I'm just going to sack Latios off. So we're back down in the disadvantage spot, but this does allow me to bring in my Keldeo. Unfortunately, he still has a pretty high health Latios. Rather than go for the Icy Wind, I decided to go for Scald because Scald is a balanced move. And I could burn the Azumarill if he wanted to stay in, and reveal to me that he was not choiced. And I still have the Skarmory right here, and like I said, the Skarmory is Spidef. And I know that Doom does not run HP Fire Latios too often, even though I think that HP Fire Latios, or at least like T-Bolt Latios or something, is kind of necessary. HP Fire more so because Ferrothorn exists as well. But at least got red T-Bolt for your Skarmory. if you don't want to drop your speed down with HP Fire. But yeah, he's just going to take the opportunity to stay in and recover up. I'm going to go for the spikes just to hurt the Azumarill a little bit more when it wants to come in, hurt the Heatran a little bit more when it wants to come in. And I know that he's either going to roost or he's going to switch out, so I could have gone for my own roost right there, but I think the spikes are going to be a little more helpful later on in the game. He's going to go for a surf right here, and I think this is just a sequence of me just going for roost as he goes for surf. My throat's starting to die on me, so I'm going to grab something to drink real quick, because there's nothing real productive going on the screen. Shoutouts to water. Refreshment. Bitch. Alright, anyways, this Heatran's gonna come in. I think I either go for the Whirlwind or I go for the Roost again. I do just go for the Roost again. Makes sense in case he wanted to go for the Surf. And now I'm back at full, but unfortunately now Heatran gets to come in and do annoying Heatran things. Alakazam is a neat switch right here if I want to do that because I have Flash Fire, but I don't want to get Toxic, then I don't want to get Earth Powered. So I believe I'm just going to go to Keldeo instead, because I'd rather have that, like, status or weakened than Alakazam. He does just go for Lava Plume, however. Would have been interesting if I went to my Alakazam, trace the Flash Fire, but like I said, I was trying to play around to Earth Power or a Toxic or just something like that. And I could just go for another Scald. Again, Latios can switch in, but if the Zoomer wants to come in, I can get a burn on that, and I can get a burn on Latios too to help wear that down, because like I said, Scald is a balanced move that allows Keldeo to beat its counters. But now you can go out to Latios, and I gotta dip on out of there and go back to my Skarmory, but my Skarmory is at full HP. So the sequence is, it's gonna continue for a little bit longer. He's gonna go for another Surf. Again, doesn't really matter too much because I can just roost that damage off, and I do have some spikes down. So he has this Latios, he has a Gengar, and he has an Azumarill left. I put the spikes down for the Azumarill. No sense in me getting up any more spikes because I don't think I'm going to get the opportunity to get all 3 layers down. He does decide this time to go out to Gengar. Of course, good thing this isn't 7th gen where Gengar doesn't have Levitate for some reason. Don't know why, but yeah, I'm just going to go for the Roost right here. And he reveals to me that he has Thunderbolt. Wow, that's wild. I'm just going to go for the Iron Head, expecting him to want to go for like a Focus Blast or something, or a Shadow Ball. And then, you know, after leftovers I'll be out of the 2-hit KO range. But no, he has Thunderbolt. So in my mind, I'm thinking that he's Expert Belt. Expert Belt Gengar, because that is a thing. And I'm going to go out to Alakazam right now, expecting to just be faster and be able to go for the Psychic. He does have a Azumarill, but like I mentioned, if I get my sub up, he decides to go out to Azumarill right now, however. He does not sack Latios. And like I said, I was thinking that, I don't know why I didn't go for the sub right there. I don't know. Okay, so he goes up to Gengar now, and now he's like Choice Scarfed. I'm just wondering why I did not go for sub right there. I think, okay, so oh, okay, I know why. So the Latios was out of Shadow Ball range, and like I said earlier, if I go for sub, I lose it because Latios lives Shadow Ball, and now I'm in Aqua Jet range, which is not something that I wanted. And he gets a credit Shadow Ball right there just to rub salt in the wounds. But yeah, that was kind of why I did that, but I didn't expect him to go to Azumarill directly because like I said, I thought that Latios was the play. But he goes to Azumarill directly, and if I had gone for sub right there, then I think I would have been able to win the game. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day because he was Choice Scarf Gengar, and Choice Scarf Gengar would have just pushed my shit in. But anyways, that's going to be GG's to Doom. And this little back-to-back segment, I pick up the first game, he's going to pick up the second game. I've got one last game for you guys from ORAS, and then it's going to be all sun and moon all the time. Super excited for this meta, super excited for this game to come out just from a casual experience. Hope you guys are as well. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs down if you didn't, but at least give me a comment to tell me why so I can try and improve the future. Peep all the links in the description, and I hope you guys will have a good day, and peace.